betul deket.
All right. Magandang umaga, everyone. It's a beautiful day. Thank you for joining us here on morning meditation with One Mindful Breath, specifically brought to you by Filipino Worker Center. And for those that attended yesterday's meet and greet, we had such a good time being together, catching up a little bit. And I know how especially challenging it is right now with us being physically distant. Doesn't necessarily mean that we are distant with one another. It just means that with this pandemic and government regulated, we are physically distant from one another for our own health and for our own safety. So I hope that you are doing well at this time and that you have the resilience and the resources you need. And if you don't have the resources you need, be sure to check in with your community. You're always welcome to check in with the Filipino Worker Center. In fact, they were able to get some funds for some individuals that qualified, up to $400. So it's very important that we lean in on one another and we become honest and transparent of what struggles we are experiencing. Experience things alone and in silence. It's often difficult to reach each other. So the more vocal we get, the more that we can receive the help that we need. So for those that are already doing alternate nostril breathing, that's great. For those that are new to it, what we do is we use our clean hand, we close one nostril, inhale, switch, and exhale out the other nostril. And as you do this, keep your eyes open. Feel any physical sensation that you're experiencing right now. You might feel the air coming out of your nostril or coming in through your nostril. You might feel the physical sensation of your fingertip touching your nostril. You might even feel your belly or your chest rising and falling. And as you do this, your eyes are open, but they're nice and gently open. It's not a hard stare. It's a soft gaze. And at any time, you could just put your device down. You don't have to look at your device. You can look at a plant in your room or a painting or something in your home environment. Everything that we do in this meditation is explained audibly, that all you have to do is listen. We try to make this accessible for those with different abilities. Unfortunately, right now, it's not designed for people that are deaf. That's something that I would like to work on in the future. However, if you do catch it on YouTube, you can always turn on the setting on YouTube for captions so that you can read the instructions. It might not be 100% clear, but you will get some captions. And that is for people with hearing disabilities or who are deaf. As you continue to do alternate nostril breathing, your shoulders are relaxed. Your hand is nice and relaxed, so it's not in a tight fist. You're seated. And when I say you're seated, your spine is nice and alert. where it almost as if there is a string pulling you up from the top of your head. Your belly button is over your reproductive area, and your chest and your sternum and your neck is also above your reproductive area. This will prevent us from slouching, which is very common. So even if you're slouching all day, here for meditation, we will do our best to, from the bottom of our belly, pull it forward, from our back of our back to our front part of our torso. It's as if there's someone holding it gently from each side, which is allowing us to sit forward. And then our chest is open. We'll bring our shoulders up, back, and down. So for those of you that are still continuing to do alternate nostril breathing, you can continue to be in this posture. For those that have put their hands down, that's quite all right. Nice job, everyone. So every meditation, we begin with a spinal warm-up, and then we deepen our meditation, and then lastly, we end in metta, which is loving kindness, other known as a prayer. So these are the usual sequences of our meditation. And I invite you to do this sort of sequence anytime. You could do this as often as you need, whenever you need. So the very first thing we're going to do is we're actually going to shake off whatever stress we're holding on to. So just use your hands and just shake it off, okay? And I'd like for you to even move your hands around your body so that your auric field, your energetic field is also getting cleared out. You can even use the palm of your hand, brushing your arm down on one arm and then on the other, and then also down your chest. And also, if you can, reach your back, brush all the way down your legs. And this is a Filipino tradition where we actually brush the energy off. You notice whenever people are arguing and they're in conflict, just got to brush it off. Okay? It's almost as if I'm giving it back. Bahala na. Okay, so now that we've brushed our auric field and we've cleaned that out a little bit, that also brought a physical sensation of being here. Next thing we do is we bring our shoulders up and down. We'll inhale through our nose only right now. Inhale and exhale out the nose. For those that are familiar with this exercise, you probably know it so well that you're doing it fast. So for those that are new, we're going to bring our shoulders all the way up to our ears, squeeze, and then on our exhale. And it's a sharp inhale and exhale. It looks like this. Continue to do this pattern. You might even feel sipon, things in your nose that need to come out. So if you have tissue handy, use that. Inhale, exhale. As you're doing this, relax all the muscles in your face. The only things that are working are your nostrils, your lungs, and your shoulders. A few more seconds. And last exhale, allow their shoulders to drop. You're starting to probably feel, oh my gosh, I didn't realize I had that much tension in my shoulders. We're going to squeeze those shoulders out just a moment together. So what we'll do next is we'll bring our shoulders up to our earlobes, squeeze, 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 hold your breath. And like butter, we're going to melt and exhale out the nose down slowly. Allow any tension you're feeling to melt away. And then allow your shoulders to fully fall into its place. You may even notice that, oh my gosh, I didn't realize that I've been holding my shoulders up. Your shoulders can go down. Give yourself full permission to relax This time is for you. This is your investment for you. We'll do that again. Inhale, bring the shoulders all the way up to the bottom of our earlobes. Hold your breath. Relax the muscles in your face and in your hands. And we're squeezing. Squeeze like you've never squeezed before. Just keep squeezing tight and slow exhale. Allow it to slowly melt. Slowly. All of our movements in our meditation should be very subtle and slow, unless it was instructed as if it to be a sharp move, like the inhale, exhale that I showed you earlier. Most of the movements for meditation are slow. And for those of you that are familiar with Tai Chi or Qi Gong, I invite you to explore that. And in fact, there's tons of videos on YouTube that are for free. And I invite you to also make that a movement meditation. We'll do the squeeze one more time. So inhale, bring those shoulders all the way up. Squeeze it like you've never squeezed before. All the stress you've been experiencing this past week, squeeze, and slow melting. Letting all of your worries and your stress release as you bring your shoulders down. Excuse me. Okay.
Bless you.
Thank you. Salama. Okay, go ahead and shake your shoulders off. And next thing we'll do is bring our hands to our shoulders. We're going to inhale to one direction through our nose, exhale out the nose. Continue to do this motion. Our head is nice and steady facing forward. What we're doing here is we're warming up the spinal column so that it can do a spinal twist. This is something you can do every morning upon rising. Because our spine is so important to us. Without our spine, we cannot sit up, we cannot lay down, we cannot walk. Very difficult things without our spine. So we have to keep our spine nice and healthy. Also, our spine protects our nerves that run throughout our body. And this is what communicates between the brain, this place all the way up here, throughout the rest of our body, which is why we need to take care of our spine and the rest of our body. Continue to breathe, inhale, exhale, tighten up those abdominals if you can. Make sure that your posture is nice and alert. And as you do these, I also want to talk a little bit more about Tai Chi and Qi Gong. I'm such an advocate for it. I actually just began learning about Tai Chi and Qi Gong. I've been taking private lessons for the past several weeks. And what I've learned about Tai Chi and Qi Gong is the movements that they do. The meditation goes as deep into your body, as deep into your bone marrow. And if you are aware, your bone marrow is where you generate white blood cells. And this will increase your immune system. So the more that you practice meditation, the more your immunity will increase. All right, bring your torso back to center. Next spinal warm-up we'll do is, I'm just gonna move my camera a little bit back. Okay, so we'll put our hands, palms facing down onto our lap, maybe closer to our knees, and we're going to inhale, chest going forward, and then exhale, chest going back. Inhale, chest forward, exhale, chest back, and you're only breathing through your nostrils. Inhale and exhale. So what we're doing here is we're warming up the spine, but forward and back. So you'll notice if you're just observing your spine as if you're looking at it from the side view, we're making sure that we're extending it in both directions. Okay. So notice how the lower part of your spine is nice and stable, And it's more the upper, lower, the midsection, and the upper part of your spine all the way up to your neck is doing a lot of the work. So make sure you're breathing. Inhale forward, exhale back. Inhaling through the nose, exhaling out the nose. Continue to do that motion. I'm just fixing my meditation cushion here. For those of you that are sitting on a chair, sometimes it's helpful to put your knees a little farther apart. For those that are sitting on the floor, do what feels right. You may even notice that you're getting some hip stretches as well. Okay, let's bring our torso back to center. And we're just going to observe. Every time we do a meditation, especially if we're working on one side, give yourself a moment to adjust back into the center. There is no rush to transition from one motion to another. So give yourself the opportunity to observe. This can also be applied in anything you do. So, for example, when you're brushing your teeth, brush, 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 brush. When you're rinsing, you can take moments between every single step and observe and make that a meditation. Anything you do can be a meditation. When you wash your hands, lather it up, pause, observe, rinse, and then observe the sensations. All right, next final warm-up is we're going to circulate our spine, inhaling and exhaling out of our nose. For those that are on a chair, definitely bring your knees farther apart from each other. If you're sitting on a couch or recliner, it's best that you probably sit on the edge so that you can get the motion and the posture. Make sure you're breathing. For those that are experiencing a bit more pain in your body today, that's okay. Do what feels right. You are the designer, you are the architect of your wellness. I only like to encourage good thoughts. So if it's not feeling good, that's okay. All right, pause for a moment, observe, and opposite direction. Inhaling and exhaling. Continue to do this motion. My meditation cushion keeps slipping from underneath me. I made some adjustments, but remake those adjustments. Okay, that feels better now. Continue to rotate your spine and pause, breathe for a moment, and then slowly, slowly, slowly bring yourself back to center. Take your time. Notice every single spinal vertebrae lining up one on top of the other as you adjust. Great. Let's grab our cup of water or our tea. And in previous meditations, I've invited you to bless your water. Water is life. We are mostly composed of water, and we need water to live. We could survive without many things, but water and sleep are utmost, top priority. So take a sip. Feel it swirling in your mouth, and then slowly swallow. Okay, next thing we'll do is we'll gently place our hand on our neck. Let's first put it here at the center of our neck, or where our esophagus is, and then take a sip. And then bring your hand where it meets your neck and your chest. There's usually a little dimple right in the center. I've got my linglingo right here. Been wearing this for the past week, so your hand will rest here. It's closer to your chest, and take a sip of water. Nice job, everyone. I invite you next to close your eyes. We're going to do a guided visual meditation. What this will do is I will walk you through some descriptions and some details in regards to your meditation. So go ahead and place your hands on your lap, palms facing down. Adjust your seated position. We're going to be seated here for like the next 8 to 10 minutes. Close your eyes. And feel into the sensations of your body. If you notice any sounds in your environment, notice it and welcome it as part of your meditation. Allow these sounds or these lights or movements to not distract you. And in fact, it only strengthens your focus. We'll inhale together through our nose, sip of air at the top, hold your breath, and exhale out the mouth like a tire deflating. Push any air out of your belly. Back to normal breathing. Allow your breath to be exactly as it is, and observe. Collectively, we'll inhale together. 3, 2, 1. Inhale through the nose. Sip of air. Hold your breath. Relax those muscles. And exhale out the mouth. Push. Back to normal breathing. Observe. Last collective breath together. We're inhaling from the bottom of our belly. So 3, 2, 1. Inhale. Have it rise your belly, up your chest, up your neck, up your head. Sip of air. Another sip. Hold. Relax those muscles. And exhale out the mouth. Very slow exhale out the mouth. And push any air in your belly. Back to normal breathing. Observe. Your eyes are closed. As your eyes are closed, I invite you for your eyes to focus in the center, in between your eyebrows. As your eyes are closed, while your eyes are focused in between your eyebrows, I would like for you to use your imagination. I would like for you to imagine you experiencing pure joy, laughter, contentment. What does that look like and what does that feel like? Do you feel the face muscles smiling? Do you feel your heart at ease? Do you feel your shoulders more relaxed? What are the physical sensations of your body that experiences pure joy, bliss, and contentment? So as your eyes are closed, focusing on your third eye, which is at the center of your eyebrows, imagine what pure joy looks like. And it will be different for everyone. And it will also be different within ourselves every moment of the day. So as you're imagining what that pure joy and contentment feels like in your body, continue to use your imagination and create the scene. Where are you? Are you indoors? Are you outdoors? Are you sitting? Are you standing? Are you laying? Are you swimming? Are you moving? Are you dancing? Are you singing? Start to draft what that looks like and what that embodiment feels like. Pure joy, bliss, contentment, acceptance, happiness, harmony. In your environment, what do you hear? In your environment, what sort of sensations do you feel? Do you feel a breeze? Is it warm? Is it hot? Is it cold? Is it humid? Is it dry? Continue to use your imagination with your eyes closed, focused in the center of your brow, and breathe. Inhale through the nose and exhale out the nose. As you continue to breathe, with every inhale, this place of harmony and joy becomes much clearer with every inhale. And if your mind drifts off to something else other than this place of pure joy, notice it, acknowledge its presence, and then come back. You're sharpening your muscles of focus. Continue to breathe, inhale through the nose, and exhale out the nose. As you experience this bliss and joy, what we'll do next is we're going to integrate these sensations that you see in your mind and integrate it with this physical body that you live in. So notice the sensations start to intertwine. That in your physical body, that you are starting to experience pure joy, pure bliss, pure happiness, pure contentment, pure harmony, pure acceptance. You're noticing how it's merging together. It's no longer separate. What you've imagined is no longer separate from your physical body and your physical existence. Continue to breathe, inhale through your nose and exhale out your nose. Softening your breath, slowing down your breathing. As your eyes are closed and you're feeling this pure joy, pure contentment in your body, know that you carry this with you in this moment and for the rest of the day, into tomorrow, into the day after that, and the day after that. What you're doing right now is strengthening these new neural pathways in your brain. When they say mind over matter, they really do mean mind over matter. You have the ability to design architecturally your reality. It might not be instant, but it can be. So continue to breathe. Eyes are closed. Focus at the center of your brow. As your eyes are closed, I'd like for you to imagine that everyone here on this Zoom call, on this stream, on Facebook or YouTube, wherever we are, that we can feel everyone seated around each other with their eyes closed, meditating. That we could feel each other's presence and we feel strength in numbers. We have the ability to time and space travel with our own mind. And together, meditating or in prayer, we can heighten the frequency of our bodies in our home planet. So now that we've imagined all of us sitting together, laying together, standing together in meditation, in your mind's eye, I would like for you to think of other people, people that you hope to meditate with one day in this same fashion. Maybe it's your children. Maybe it's that loved one that's in the hospital or is working. Anyone and everyone in your mind's eye. Call in everyone into this place of joy, of bliss. And we see all of us together meditating. And now that everyone is meditating together, I invite you to lower your chin down, and the top of your crown is going to move a little forward. And now's the opportunity to send loving kindness. This is metta, or prayers, to anyone and everyone. And you could be in your own words. First begin with your own body, and then extend it to every single person. Continue to breathe mindfully. Inhale through the nose and exhale out the nose. Softening the face muscles, softening your shoulders, softening your hands, making any movements very subtle and slow. May you carry this joy and bliss with you for all the days of your life. With every inhale that you have, may it be a miraculous one. May we bless ourselves and be grateful for the life we live. On your next inhale, I invite you to open your eyes just 1/10 of the way, enough to just invite some light in. On your next inhale, allow your eyes to open 3/10 of a way, just another slightly open to invite more light in. Continue to keep your eyes nice and soft. Gaze. On your next inhale, allow your eyes to halfway open. And in the next coming inhales and exhales, allow your eyelids to slowly open. Taking a look at your environment and noticing the transition from this closed eye meditation to now it being an open eye meditation. You are still meditating. Meditating is transition from a practice into being. May you take this meditation practice in the first words that you utter, in the first actions that you take. It's been a pleasure to be with you every Sunday morning for morning meditation with one mindful breath. Ako po si Lay Angela Sahagun. I am Lay Angela Sahagun. May you constantly be in this place of pure joy, pure bliss, acceptance, and contentment. Maraming salamat. Thank you very much.